Good morning to all. So in last class we discussed about some grammar in the unit 3 children. So Puru the Brave, and today also we are going to discuss about the textbook grammar. So all of you should open your textbook page number 46. Okay, open page number 46. Here they are given some grammar according to our lesson only. Okay. So page number 46 you see. So here you see children grammar part, page number 45, sorry. So here let us have a look at the following sentences from the text. Okay, so according to our textbook, here they are given some sentences. First we will read what are these sentences and what they are given here. Okay, so first one you see, my kingdom should remain independent. My kingdom should remain independent. You should treat me as your equal. You should treat me as your equal. Next, third one, I must say every Indian soldier fought like a tiger. I must say every Indian soldier fought like a tiger. Here you see in the first sentence and second one and third one there underline some words. Okay, should, must. Okay, so here we have to learn where these two words has to be used. Okay, so in the first sentence, one should indicates obligation, whereas two it indicates the condition. Okay, in the first one and second one, should was used. Okay, so in the first sentence this should used for obligation. Okay, and in the second sentence this should be used for indicating the condition. Okay, and in the sentence 3 must is used, okay, to indicate insistence on the part of the speaker or necessity. Insistence means, okay, insistence means you have to order, you have to you have to order them to do this, to do the work. Okay, so it is also used when the speaker has authority over the listener also. It is important to understand how the models of should and must are used. Okay, so here we have to know where the should and where the must has to be used here. So people sometimes use should to indicate something that is desirable and must to indicate obligation. However, some people use them interchangeably. Okay, actually should be used for the desirable things, or you have to say that particular condition, and must has to be used at particular at you have to say must should be used for the obligation. It's not used for the obligation. Should be used for the obligation, and must should be used for to do the desirable things. Okay, so here they are given some blanks children. So these blanks we have to fill with the should or must. Okay, so here you see first one, I dash say that you dash come to school regularly because you can't miss important lessons. Okay, so I must say or should say. Okay, so here you have to tell to we are telling to someone. Okay, so I should say that you must come to school. I should say that you must come to school regularly because you cannot miss important lessons. Okay, so you must attend extra classes in the tomorrow. You must attend the extra classes tomorrow, in time tomorrow, otherwise I will punish you. Otherwise I will punish you. You must return my book. You must return my book which I gave you a month ago. You must return my book which I gave you a month ago. You should change your habits. You should change your habits, otherwise you will not come up in life. So here should be used for, should is used for to give the advice, or to give to tell the obligation, to tell the condition. Okay, but where we use the must here, must should be used to do the work compulsory. Okay na, so where the compulsory or need should be necessary, there we have to use the must. Okay, so this one you have to complete children in your textbook. Okay, And next here you see another one conversation they are given. Here also we have to fill this by using should not and must not. Okay, see, one conversation they are given between a doctor and a patient. Okay, so doctor is asking that patient, Mr. Rao, what exactly your problem? And patient is saying, I have been suffering from gastric problem for a long time. Doctor, Mr. Rao, I dash say you dash eat non-vegetarian or spicy food for some time. Mr. Rao, I must say you, I must say you should not eat non-vegetarian or spicy food for some time. Mr. Rao, I must say you should not eat non-vegetarian for spicy food for some time. Okay, now patient is asking, can I eat boiled eggs or omelets, doctor? Doctor, isn't an egg non-vegetarian? So is egg also non-vegetarian only. So how can he will eat? So doctor, isn't egg non-vegetarian? You must not eat any non-vegetarian food for quite some time. In fact, you should have stopped eating it long ago. Okay, isn't an egg non-vegetarian? You must not eat any non-vegetarian food for quite some time. In fact, you should have stopped eating it long ago. You must consult me in a week also. You must consult me in a week. Okay. So now patient is saying to the doctor, I'm sorry doctor, I won't eat any non-vegetarian food for any longer. You are quite doctor, you are quite correct doctor. I must take your, okay, so I must take your advice and I should, or otherwise I must avoid eating non-vegetarian and spicy food. Thank you very much doctor. Okay, see again, I am sorry doctor, I won't eat any non-vegetarian food for longer. You are quite correct doctor, I must take your advice, I must take your advice and I must avoid eating non-vegetarian and spicy food. Thank you very much doctor. Now doctor is saying, you are welcome. I think you should remember my advice. I think you should remember my advice. Okay, so here must should be used where the condition is necessary, where the thing has to be done compulsory. So there you have to use the must. Okay, so where we are giving the obligation, where we are giving the advices, there we have to use the should. Okay, now use the second one. You see, look at the following sentences from the text. Okay, here they are given three sentences, children. See, but their generals are not so good as ours. The Indian soldiers are not so skillful as the Greek generals. It has been a great battle, perhaps the greatest of my life. Okay, so here three sentences, they are comparing the one thing to another. Okay, so in the above sentences 1 and 2, the Indian generals are compared with the Greek generals. The third sentence means that it was the greatest or the best battle of all his battles. When we want to compare one thing with the other, we use degrees of comparison. This one we already know, degrees of comparison. Okay, so here those we have three types of degrees of comparison: positive, comparative and superlative forms of adjectives are there. If we compare the two things or the two sets of things, we use positive or comparative forms of adjectives. If you compare more than two things or two sets of things, we use the superlative. Okay, so if we want to compare the two things or two sets of things, first we will use the positive or comparative degrees. So 1 or 2, if you want to compare one thing to another, we will use positive or comparative. So if you want to compare the thing with more than others, then we will go for the superlative. Okay, so we can transform positive into comparative and superlatives and vice versa also. Means we can able to change the positive degrees with in comparative or superlatives, or superlatives from comparative to positive also. Okay, so let us observe the sentences 1 and 2 above. again you see, so here they are given first sentence, their generals are not so good as ours. Their generals are not so good as ours. So here good, so actually good is in positive degree. Okay, so and Indian generals are not so skillful as the Greek generals. Indian generals are not so skillful. Skillful is also positive degree only. Okay, so now we will write the three forms of degrees. Here we write. So for the first one, good. Good is in positive degree. For that, what is the comparative degree? Good, better, and superlative is best. Good, better, best. Next one, skillful. More skillful, most skillful. Skillful, more skillful, most skillful. Okay, so the two sentences are said to be in the positive degrees since the adjectives are in the form of positive degrees only. So we will change them. Okay, so these two positive degrees of sentences we will change into the so comparative degrees. Okay, so first one you see, our generals are actually they are using good. So for the good, what is the next comparative degree? Better. Okay, so we will use the better here. Our generals are better than their generals. Our generals are better than their generals. And second one, the Greek generals are more skillful than the Indian generals. The the Greek generals are more skillful than Indian generals. Okay, now look at the third sentence. It is the greatest battle of my life. It is the greatest battle of my life. So greatest actually it is in the superlative form. Okay, so this sentence can be turned into the comparative and positive degree as shown below. Okay, so this superlative degree we can again write into the positive and comparative also. So for the greatest, so what is the positive form? Great, greater, greatest. Okay, so we will change this one. It is the greater than any other battle of my life. It is greater than any other battle of my life. So greater, that is the comparative degree. Okay, so no other battle of my life is so great as this. No other battle of my life is so great as this. So here we are using the great, so that is a positive degree. Okay, like this we'll change we will change this superlative degree of sentence also into positive and comparative also. Okay, now here you see children, observe the following forms of comparison of some adjectives they are given. Positive, comparative and superlatives they are given. First we will see this for nice, nice, nicer, nicest. Okay, so short, shorter, shortest, big, bigger, biggest, great, greater, greatest, fast, faster, fastest, worthy, worthier, worthiest, frightened, more frightened, most frightened, lawful, more lawful, most lawful. Okay, so according to this one, here they are given some sentences children. These sentences we have to change into comparative as required. They are given already in the brackets. So according to the given we have to change these all the sentences into different degrees of comparison. Okay, so first one we will see. So Rahul Dravid is one of the greatest batsmen in the world. Rahul Dravid is one of the greatest batsmen in the world. Okay, so here they are given the greatest. Greatest means actually that is in the superlative form. Okay, so this superlative degree we have to compare into, we have to change into comparative degree. Okay, so what is the comparative form for this greatest? Greater. Okay, so by using this word we have to rewrite the this sentence. So Rahul Dravid is greater than many other batsmen in the world. Rahul Dravid is the greater batsman. Rahul Dravid is greater than many other batsmen in the world. Like that we have to write. And second one, Alexander was the greatest soldier in the world. Alexander was the greatest soldier in the world. So here also greatest they are given. So again this greatest also they're given in the form of a superlative. So this one we have to write in the positive degree. So positive form, what is the positive form for this greatest? Great. Okay, so now we will use this great and we will write the sentence. No other soldier in the world was as great as Alexander. No other soldier in the world was as great as Alexander. Okay, next third one. India is one of the fastest developing countries in the world. India is one of the fastest developing countries in the world. So here what is here fastest, again this one also given in the superlative degree. This one again we have to compare, we have to change in the comparative degree form. Okay, so India is developing faster than many other countries in the world. India is one of the faster developing country in the world. Or India is developing faster than many other countries in the world. India is developing faster than many other countries in the world. Okay, next fourth one. No other river in the world is so long as Nile. No other river in the world is so long as the Nile. Okay, so long they are given. So this is actually in a positive degree. So this one we have to change into the superlative. Okay, so Nile is the longest river in the world. Simply we can write Nile is the longest river in the world. Okay, next one, fifth one. Hindi is one of the most popular languages in the India. Hindi is one of the most popular languages in the world. Most popular. This one again they are given in the superlative form. This one we have to write in the positive degree, children. So popular, more popular, most popular. Okay. So very few languages in India are popular as Hindi. Very few languages in India are as popular as Hindi. Okay, next one, sixth one, you see, Lara is not so great as Tendulkar. Lara is not so great as Tendulkar. So great, that is a positive degree. This one we have to change into the comparative. Great, greater. Okay, so Tendulkar is greater than Lara. Tendulkar is greater than Lara. Next, seventh one, Rekha is one of the most beautiful girls in the class. Rekha is one of the most beautiful. So this most beautiful means that is in the superlative degree. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Okay, this one we have to change in the positive degree. So very few girls in the class are as beautiful as Rekha. Very few girls are in the class are as beautiful as Rekha. Next, very few metals are as expensive as platinum. Very few metals are as expensive as platinum. So this one expensive, that is in the positive degree. So this one we have to change to the comparative degree. Expensive, more expensive. Okay, expensive, more expensive, most expensive. So this one we have to change it to the comparative. So platinum is more expensive than many other metals. Platinum is more expensive than many other metals. Okay. Next, ninth one, Shimla is the coldest hill station in Himachal Pradesh. Shimla is colder than all other hill stations in the Himachal Pradesh. This one we have to change to the superlative degree. Colder, colder, coldest. Okay na? So this is in the positive comparative degree. This one we have to change into the superlative. Okay. So Shimla is the coldest hill station in Himachal Pradesh. Shimla is the coldest hill station in the Himachal Pradesh. Next, 10th one, Delhi is one of the most crowded cities in the India. Delhi is the most crowded. So most crowded, that is in the superlative form. This one we have to write in the positive degree. So very few cities like Delhi as crowded as Delhi. Very few cities of India as crowded as Delhi. Okay, very few cities of India as crowded as Delhi. So like that we have changed these sentences in a different forms, one form to another. positive to comparative to superlative, like this. Okay, so these 10 sentences also we have to change them, and we should write these all sentences in CW also, children. Okay, so from your study material you should follow and write them properly. And before this, what was I was explained now, what I was explained in the textbook, those all you should complete as a textbook form, as a textbook exercises. Okay, and your CW and textbook homework I will send a message to you. Okay, everyone should follow the classes regularly and thoroughly, children. Okay, and complete the textbook exercises properly by using your study material. Okay, thank you.